What can I get you, fella?
Choices. I think I'll go for a Bombay Sapphire and bitter lemon. No ice, no slice, and whatever this chap here wants.
Oh, thank you very much. I've nearly spent my allowance.
There you are, my friend, although I will say it's considered customary that if you offer a stranger a drink in front of the barman, you should really offer the barman a drink too. Observing customs are the backbone of a successful society, as espoused by Edmund Burke in his Reflections of the French Revolution.
My gosh, you're an eloquent rogue, aren't you? But I'm not so sure. I sometimes think that customs need to be trampled to create the compost, out of which the new sapling shoots of change can come sprouting through. Making something beautiful. Yes, actually. So in that case, consider that custom ended, my articulate interlocutor. And I no doubt that something beautiful will come from the ashes.
Yeah.
Hold on one jolly moment and keep it there for a cuddle. You're Harry Meghan Markle Windsor. I met you. We met at the teeth whitening clinic. You must remember.
Oh, yes, I remember. Charles Bronson, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, almost. Boris Johnson.
Well, I knew it had an onsen in. You got to admit that.
Happily did, boy. You certainly did. You were very close.
Oh, you know, just the usual. Fixing mental health around the world.
Bloody hell. Shouldn't be so modest about all that. Good on you, old sport. Global institutions and charities and saccharine podcasts about people getting the help they need. Yeah, I know your game. Keep it up.
Oh, I'm just down here for a drink. My wife's picking me up later.
How soon?
Very soon, actually. In fact, would you mind watching my seat while I go and use the little boy's room?
No problem. I might as well sit in his seat while he's away. It's the bright side. Going out of my head, and I'd be doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this?
Hi, I'm looking for someone.
I'm looking for someone too.
I met my husband.
Oh, please don't let whoever that might be ruin things between us just as they're starting to blossom.
I've got no idea what you're on about. I don't even want a drink.
I don't believe I offered you one, did I?
Hello, darling. Can I get you a drink, sweetheart? No.
Get this lady a glass of white.
No drink. Thank you.
Oh, no drink then. And none for you either, my learned friend. Look, even if you won't agree to go for a drink straight off, at least take my card and have a think about it. No, not that one. No. There we are. Wendell Bosselwick, at your service.
No, he's my husband. His name is Harry.
Hold on 1 second. You're not Mrs. Meghan Harry Markle Windsor, are you?
No, Archie and I didn't take his name. He just added Markle to his.
Oh, bloody hell again. In a multitude of ways. You better go. I'll tell him you've been in looking for him. You wait in the car and I'll send him out. Jesus.
Although you're clearly a dirty old man, I absolutely adore your lockdown and vaccine policies, so I'm going to let this slide, okay?
That a girl. You just missed your wife. Don't worry, she's waiting in the car for you. Lovely girl. You're a lucky chap.
Oh, you don't even know the whole story. I mean, she's amazing. I mean, I used to spend far too much time being happy to properly concentrate on my mental health before I met Meghan.
Good show, old chap. Now go on, off you go to see your wife.
Well, okay then, well. I'll see ya. Miss you already.
Yes. It's very good. Strange chap.
I actually think he's got a few deep-seated issues that long sessions of psychotherapy have inflamed rather than cured in any meaningful sense of the term. I think his desire to hold on to erroneous beliefs come from a coping mechanism in the body, so I actually do have sympathy for him for that, but at the same time I can objectively analyse his plight.
Nobody likes a smarty pants. Have a drink on me. Thank you very much for watching. Whatever you do, don't hit the like button. Don't subscribe. Don't hit the notification button. Whatever you do, don't smoke. Hello, Harry Meghan Markle Windsor. How the devil are you?
Oh, hey, you're looking so well. Am I looking well?
Bloody gorgeous. Amaretto?
How did you know?
Oh, he's back.
Well, you know what I'm having, and you certainly know what he's having, rendering this conversation functionally obsolete.
You've got a keen wit and an interesting turn of phrase, which saves me judging you purely on your abysmal record as Prime Minister, rendering our conversations a welcome distraction from mundane, dreary dialogue.
Well, in that case, get yourself a drink and a packet of peanuts. What are you up to, old chap? Anything new?
Well, we've just recorded our third interview with the chap who lives nearby. He seems really nice, but sometimes I think he's talking in hidden messages.
That tricky badger.
Oh no, I can't prove it. He seems really nice, but sometimes I get the feeling he's just ripping into us, really hard, but we just can't see it.
Well, if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. That's my motto. I mean, can you actually see marriage vows?
Oh, good point. I'm also actually unveiling a statue of my mother at the moment, but I've done my bit. I'm just trying to avoid William.
William?
My brother.
Oh, I see, grew up fighting like cats and dogs.
Oh, no, we were really quite close as we were growing up, thick as thieves, best buddies and all that. But when I met Megan, she helped me realise that we didn't see eye to eye, so then I shunned him, and then he shunned me, normal brotherly things.
Oh, I sympathise, for Christ's sake. Before I met Carrie, I used to believe in all sorts of things. Civil liberties, moral accountability, common sense solutions, and an utter rejection of wokeism, wokery, and anything with an intolerable level of wokelitude.
Oh, it sounds like hell.
Oh, it was. I'm a changed man.
Yeah, don't we know?
You stay out of this. I just bought you a packet of dry roasted peanuts.
Well, I was just going to say that your bizarre renunciation of your previous mix of amiable buffoonery and a sharp mind has made you far less likeable.
I don't want to hear it.
Looks like your wife's at the door.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh no, she's looking for me. God, if I'm found here, there'll be hell to pay. God. In fact, can I hide behind the bar?
I would if I were you.
Did you see the football game last night?
No.
Oh, bloody great help that is. Thank you. Thanks for bloody...
Boris, have you seen Harry?
Oh, hello there, Megan. How are you? God, I have to remember hands, face, space. Otherwise, I'll be over there giving you a Matt Hancock as we speak.
Can I get you a drink, love?
For Christ's sake, don't keep her here.
It's my job.
No, thank you. Boris, I haven't really got any time for your smutty rubbish. I'm just saying, if you see Harry, tell him to come back to the unveiling, please.
Oh, I thought you weren't going.
I am, but I didn't want the publicity.
Oh, of course, of course.
He knows where we are, okay?
The coast is clear.
Oh, I'm glad I did an extra Pilates session this week.
The rules of logic really don't apply to you, do they?
Although I can see the reason you use the word logic there, borrowing the concept from Ludwig Wittgenstein and his 1922 book, the Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus, and the way that he says that logic is embedded in the world, I think the correct phrase would have been the laws of physics don't apply to you.
We're in serious danger of falling out, you and I.
You've just been lucky enough to watch another great video. So like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to click the link in the description box for the new website. Nothing on there at the moment, but you owe me this. You owe me. And if you can get over to Patreon, you owe me that too. Bye.
See, now what you're not understanding is that wokeism and all things are overly sensitive. They elicit a great hunger from the people for enlightened individuals like me to take closer orchestration over their personal lives.
I understand quite well, Boris. That is, in fact, exactly what I find most odious about your exploitation of what is, for the most part, a good-hearted desire to protect the vulnerable, albeit one that has since become palpably ludicrous, and that you actually claim is for our benefit.
But it is. Besides, I'm not exploiting the term woke or wokeism. I'm not using it exactly how it was always going to be used. To create a fairer, more equal, better world.
Boris Becker was recently criticised by the all-pervasive wokery for referring to a tennis player's girlfriend as pretty. I fail to see how a world where such a gentle compliment can be taken as offensive can be described as a better one.
Now, just because you can't see it, dear fellow, doesn't mean it's not there. Look, terms like pretty, denigrate the fairer sex.
I'm pretty sure, therefore, the term fairer sex denigrates them too. You know, implies that they are weaker, daintier, gentler, softer.
Really? Oh, really? I was just being nice. No, this really is getting ridiculous now.
If referring to a girl as pretty falls foul of the wokeocracy, then I'm pretty sure that denigrating your marriage vows and betraying many women that trusted you must do too.
Well, we have to draw the line somewhere. Besides, marriage, traditional marriage, sexist. Now, free love, free love, as it were, hasn't and doesn't contribute to the, systemic inequalities that have blighted our civilization for millennia. So therefore, it's not for anyone else to get involved in, the fathers to get involved in or make judgments about. Whereas, using words that perpetuate dangerously unwoke assumptions are.
We're lucky to have you to explain it to us, Boris.
Harry, Meghan Markle, Windsor. Thanks for meeting me. Let's get you an amaretto, shall we?
Oh, actually, no thanks. No, I've had a chat with Pa and he's convinced me to allow for it for a while.
Right.
Oh, I'll have some warm Ribena in a latte mug, please.
No, hardcore. But what's all this about Prince Charles talking you out of amaretto? You love the stuff. Can't get enough of what you love. That's what I say. Oh, it reminds me. Bombay Sapphire and Bitter Lemon, please, barkeep.
Oh yeah, no, he's been giving me a lot of advice recently. Also said that I should lay off the airy-fairy stuff. He says that, it's damaging my credibility and my family relationships.
Airy-fairy?
All that talk of, feelings and equality and the self-hugging stuff, that kind of thing.
Well, that sounds a little bit defeatist to me.
It does?
Yes. Oh, look, you were doing such sterling work. You and that lovely wife of yours, fixing mental health around the world. I would just hate to see you give up on the excellent progress you made.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I said all this to Pa, but he said...
What does Meghan say about all this? I'm sure she doesn't want you to give up on your brilliant work. I mean, yes, there might be a little bit of resistance at the moment to full-blown wokosity, but, it's sneaking in quite effectively, actually. Now is not the time, to use an American phrase, to take your foot off the gas.
Oh, she wants to make sure that we don't lose our royal titles and privileges, so she's quite open to what Pa says, as long as she can get guarantees.
Oh, I thought she was committed to all this woke stuff.
Oh, she is. She is. Unless a better offer comes along, She's amazing, my Meghan. She can just drop things and people like that.
Oh, it's a rare skill, Only a few of us have it. Though we do tend to make it to positions of power. I mean, the amount of cast iron guarantees, promises, pledges, priorities, wives that I've dropped. I've lost count.
Oh, right, so you think I should ignore Pa?
Well, far be it for me to interject myself and spoil the potential, reconnection of father and son. But yes, my word, we need more people like you, spouting wokeisms wherever you go. There's more at stake than a father and son relationship in this world,
Oh, yeah, good point. I never really properly saw how necessary and important we are.
Stick with me. I won't let you down.
But what if Meghan doesn't agree?
Oh, she'll never be content with that paltry nonsense royal position they'll offer her. No, she'll double down harder on attacking people for privileges they didn't know they had.
Oh, wow. You really seem to know my Meghan.
We're peas in a pod.
Anyway, must be off, but I really appreciate the advice. And don't forget to send her.
Yes.
Cheerio.
I'm like a second father to that boy. It's beautiful, isn't it?
I can think of other words.
Yes, well, you're too close-minded to see the opportunities. Wokeism must spread like a delicious mold, and that man is an essential ambassador for it.
Once you've used him for your personal gain, you'll dispose of him like a dried, empty husk that's had all the gooey goodness sucked out of it. He'll be a shriveled mess, while you swan around creating a world dominated by inside-out, top-down regulation that, as a result, no one wants to live in.
Oh, stop taking everything so seriously.
I'm giving serious consideration to growing back my beard. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, Oh, share and hit the notification button. Don't forget to check out the description below for Patreon accounts and the website we've just created. Get on there and sign up.
Identity has become something to be projected rather than produced, divined rather than deserved, acted out rather than accrued.
Now, look, you're going down one of those crazy avenues of yours again, which, I will admit, does constitute to a large part of your appeal.
Why should anyone be interested in what I say I am? I should just act, do stuff, and let my identity, if such a thing exists, materialise in the assessments of others.
Oh, please.
I shouldn't unleash it like a mischief of rats to gnaw at the lexicon of disagreement.
What do you mean?
Why should people care what I say I am? If I choose to help people close to me, then they'll identify me as a kind person. Don't need to say anything.
I know, but what if people don't find out about how nice you've been?
That would be a bonus, Boris, for 3 reasons. 1, it would prove unequivocally that you actually believe in the kindnesses that you enact, rendering the performance an autotelic endeavour.
Oh, balderdash.
2, people much prefer to discover admirable traits about one another rather than having them announced and ostentatiously showcased.
People are busier nowadays, they've got messages to respond to, Botox appointments to make, marriage vows to keep. I mean, do you know how hard that is?
And 3, it prevents you from surrendering to the temptation to replace your kindly nature on a local level for a constantly reinforced identity, which becomes more important to uphold and project in theory than it does to act in accordance with.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. If we want goodness and kindness, that sort of thing, fidelity, we have to trumpet our cause, Be proud of our achievements and our acts of moral superiority.
Give me one example of moral superiority.
Now, shush. We can't let the reimagined morals of tomorrow go undisclosed by humble exhibitors, shrouded by their false modesty. They must be unleashed, as you say, but not like rats, like butterflies.
But Boris,
a beautiful cloud of butterflies, spilling a flutter of vibrating colour over the stale and grey world of patriarchy and division.
notwithstanding your horrendous assessment of Western civilization's moral influence.
Quite, and I'm a customer, and Harry, Meghan Markle Windsor's just turned up. So get yourself a packet of Walker's Crisps and start crunching. I can't say I approve of this recent weight loss. Hello, Haz. Beard's gone again.
Oh, it's becoming a bit, uncomfortable, and itchy, even a bit scraggly, some might say.
Well, that was clear for us all to see.
Oh, I'll be trying to get a new one soon.
Don't you mean grow a new one?
Oh, not quite. My beard's slightly different from other beards.
Look, I can't sit here and have a beard-based discussion. Mine's been a disaster, always. When I was young, it was so impossibly blonde, it looked like I had stretch marks on my chin. And as I've got older, it's gone a bit grey, and I look like an aged goat with a rare recessive gene.
Oh, I hope it didn't upset you.
Megan's here.
Oh, no, not again. I told her I was nipping out to get courgettes. I don't suppose I could grab a uniform and pretend I work here.
I would if I were you.
Oh, Megan, look at that shawl. I mean, I don't normally do this, but...
Yeah, it's available for an extortionate price at my website, if you're interested.
Oh, right. I might get one for Carrie.
Can I get you a drink, love?
No thanks, I've just come in to look for my husband. Have we met? Because you look awfully familiar.
Maybe that's just because I'm tremendously attractive. At least that's what I've been told.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you're not unfortunate, but you're not attractive either. I mean, come on, you're a bartender.
Oh, she's anti-alcohol, and she's interested in personality, not looks.
Okay, Harry.
She'd rather marry a humanitarian, like me, rather than some airhead model.
But who is it you're talking to?
Just, my laces, asking them why they were untied.
You get along with my husband.
Who you really should be getting back to.
I don't know where he is, Boris. He went out to get courgettes 2 hours ago.
Oh, there's no courgettes in the local shops. Some kind of embargo or something. You have to go to Oxfordshire, the closest place.
How would you know about courgette supplies?
I'm Prime Minister. It's my job to know.
Okay, well, if you see him, tell him, I'm looking for him.
Yes, of course. Goodbye, Megan. Goodbye. Coast is clear.
Oh, 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 oh. It was nice to work with the common people.
How did you get changed back into your old clothes so quickly?
I don't know.
You lot are always trying to make everybody a victim and turn all bad behaviour into an illness.
Poppycock! Absolutely not. No way. But yes.
That's horrifically dishonest, but glorious to observe.
There's nothing dishonest about it. Dishonesty is being sneaky and furtive in your endeavours. And we're being quite, obvious about it. You can't say we're not gobbling up your freedoms right in front of your very eyes. We're making you iller, but safer.
I'll agree with you on that.
See, now, you're talking as though we're on a moral slide, instead of riding on the photons of light, shot from the eyes of the wokerati, the enlightened few.
We're in a complete moral decline.
Oh, coughs and sneezes spread diseases. You can't go around with that attitude. It's a blight on the festival atmosphere of wokenomic divination.
Unearned moral righteousness has spread like a flame across the arid savannas of the soul, whilst the nitty-gritty decency and loving values which made a proper community went cold in the crossfire.
Oh, poetical nonsense. You, my friend, have got a knack for winding yourself up. Now look, we've got to fix this, moral thing from the top. That's how the good values trickle down. From the top down. That's how we can bring about better changes in the world.
No, look after the pennies and the pounds look after themselves. If people dedicated their time to guiding their own behaviour towards accountability and away from victimhood, there wouldn't be a need for much fixing.
Well, there's two problems there. First of all, if things didn't need fixing, what would happen to the poor politician? And second of all, Harry, Meghan Markle Windsor's just walked in. Oh, the bangles. Love them. Underrated.
I'm having a manic Monday.
Do you know what? I have no idea what you're on about.
The bangles. Lovely trio of ladies who wooed the pop charts in the late 80s.
I'm more interested in Meghan, She's my eternal flame.
Get this man an amaretto. And come on, tell me, what's been going on in the life of Harry, Meghan Markle Windsor?
Well, I've got an upcoming appearance on the Hall Porters quiz, with Arthur Covington Smythe.
Oh, yes, I've been in correspondence with his team about an appearance. I'm still mulling it over. I'm not sure about that Arthur chap.
He's a top man.
Those glasses aren't going to buff themselves. Tell me, Harry, anything else new going on?
Oh, you mean what's going on in the life of the intergalactic Hasmonaut?
Oh, that's a cracker.
Oh, thanks, yeah. Well, I'll let you know when we're well enough acquainted for you to call me it.
Fair dues.
Well, Megan and I have decided that after our 20-week break, you're going to be seeing a lot more of us. We've been too quiet for too long.
Oh, good for you. At last. It's time you came out of your winter hibernation like a couple of plucky squirrels looking for their nuts.
Interesting way of putting it.
Listen, the battle for hearts and minds is going to be a long one. So all of us who are standing at the same station, as it were, ready to board the flying wokesman, we need our voices heard.
Again, no idea what you're on about, but I knew you'd be behind us on this. We just want to make sure that everyone is well aware that Megan and I have been treated so unfair.
Yeah, yes, go on, my son. That's completely consistent with what we're trying to achieve. Highlight inequities, over-emotionalize their causes, and then remove the pesky principles of individual liberty that cause them.
Look, for a third time, no idea, but I am relieved that you think we're doing the right thing.
Well, I can confirm that with the honesty and integrity I'm known for.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. Laters.
Farewell, my intergalactic Hasminord.
I like the inequities endured by uber-rich royals with Hollywood connections, eh, Boris?
Well, everything's relative. Get yourself a cognac.
Look, after you've gone onto the website and the Patreon page, go, subscribe, like, share, notification bell.